Hello Pisces, and welcome to your February 2019 general reading. I'm Jade with yesYesYes. Thanks for coming to my channel. First, I want to give a lot of gratitude to all of the people who have liked and shared and subscribed. And for those of you guys who have commented, I've loved reading and listening to all of the feedback. It's been really wonderful. And then for the private readings, I'm really enjoying working with you all. So if any of this is resonating for you, I'd love to hear more. And I would also, if you want to work with me, that my website link is in the box below, as well as all the information on the cards and the decks. So let's get started. For the overall, for your 2019, your energy from the Mystical Shaman Oracle is the Staff. And that is really about staying strong. It's kind of like, when everything can be crazy and moving and, chaos around you, right? The staff is something that holds the security, holds us firmly rooted, right? And you're rooting us from not only the ground, but all the way up to the sky. So there's something really powerful about having that root and that connection, both to source as well as to Mother Earth. So Pisces, I think for this year, you're really getting in touch with the strength of connection that you have, that you're bringing forward for the world. Okay. Now, specifically for February, we pulled out from the Line Strider the Hierophant, which is the card of tradition, the card of marriage, also the card of Taurus. And that's clarified by the letter in the Lenormand deck. So there could be some communication that has to do with something traditional. And so that could even be, and when I say communication, so it's anything written, right? So it can be communicative, but it can also just be like a contract, right? So if you got married and you're signing the marriage license, it could be there was a legal matter that was happening and you were signing off on this legal document. But the letter can also be communication. So if there's emails or text, things that are happening online, and it could be with a Taurus, but it could also just be in a very traditional manner. So I would say if we're talking about writing in a traditional manner, we're looking at reading books or receiving messages in forms of letters. And if it's February, maybe you're getting love letters. So we'll see what's coming up for Pisces. I'm going to use the Klimt Tarot to give us some past, present, and future action. And I have pre-shuffled. Oh, I feel like we need to start here. Past, we've got Three of Swords. So maybe there was some grief, some loss that we're moving through in the past. And the past can be, last week, it could be 2 months ago. We've got Nine of Swords in the past. So because that's upright, from reversed, I do like that is coming out of that energy, which is staying up at night, going over and over things through your head, not being able to sleep, feeling as if there was no answer, right? Really searching for the answer, but not feeling for an answer. And then we also have the Seven of Swords. Lots of swords energies here for Pisces. So we're talking, this is air energy. So this will be Gemini, Aquarius, and Libra energy. So maybe you're involved with somebody who's a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, or you could just be drawing upon this energy in yourself. The Seven of Swords is energy where we've gotten to a point where we've been fighting and we want to move forward. We want to move away from what is the struggle, right? And so the Seven of Swords is normally like that sneaky card. In this deck, it's interesting because they're kind of underneath the swords. They're laying down under the swords. So there's really no getting away from things, but there's the desire to get away from things. So I think that in the past, there was definitely some, you're all up in your head about some situation where you wanted to leave, you wanted to get out, but it was really difficult for you, okay? And we have the Eight of Pentacles. And that situation could have been a family situation that you were building for quite some time. And in this card, it's beautiful. It's the two parents, and then there's a pregnancy that's about to come forward. The Pentacles, the Eight of Pentacles is a mastery card. It's about that you've been really building, working hard at something to create a life. And if it's pentacles, it's usually, work related. It can be family related or health related. So you've been working really hard to create this, and you're starting to be seen as a master, right? It's really coming into fruition. So I feel like despite this head trip that you've been on, and that the fact that you wanted to leave, it was really a situation that you were getting to the point where you were mastering it. The Justice card is here in the reverse. This is, we could be talking about a Libra, but we could also be talking about a legal situation that didn't quite go the way that you wanted. I've got a few more here. I've got the Hanged Man in reverse, more stagnant energy, but I do have the Ace of Chalices, so this is interesting. So the Ace of Chalices is the beginning of a new emotional movement, right? So despite all of this head trip, despite the fact that perhaps it was a legal situation that didn't work out, or a situation with the Libra that didn't work out. There was, you were working on it, you were really wanting it to be a certain way, but all of a sudden, or not all of a sudden, excuse me, but it just wasn't working out, and there was a stagnation. I feel like in the past, there was a choice that came, you were able to see the light, okay? And you saw, okay, I can continue beating my head against the rock in this way, in this legal matter, working towards this Libra or whatnot, or I could change the way in which I feel about it and do something different, which would be the Ace of Water, the Ace of Cups. So in the past, Pisces, you've moved out of your head and you've chosen a new way of being emotionally mature, available, or healing yourself, okay? So those are good things. All right, we've got for the present, we have the Ace of Pentacles. Another ace, but it is in the reverse. So we're wanting to start over. We're wanting to get to a new, strong, stable beginning that feels structurally balanced. It feels like it's everything that we want it to be, okay? That energy's here, but it's in reverse, so we're still kind of tripped up on the past here. We also have the Knave of Chalices in the reverse. It's a small offer, small emotional offer, but I think that you're just not taking it. So if somebody is knocking on your door this month in February, Pisces, you might be like, I'm not ready for that, okay? And then we have the Death card also in the reverse. This could be a Scorpio knocking on your door. That's more water. You are the water sign as well. But I feel like there's, and also we have, the Earth sign here. So, we've got the potential of doing something different, but I think that you're kind of choosing to not move forward yet, okay? Let's see, is there anything more? Empress in reverse. So, and this is, Aries, Taurus energy. I feel like there's a lot of potential, but you're just stopping it right now. I don't know if it's, you're still licking your wounds, or you're just making this choice like you did in the past with this Ace of Cups, saying, look, I'm going to take care of me and my emotional needs right now, first and foremost, and nobody else is going to mess with that currently, okay? Let's see what else, if there's anything coming in for Pisces that can be opening up the channel of love, or this Ace of Chalices. I've got the Emperor now in reverse, and I also have the Fool in reverse. So everything's kind of reversed out right here. Any kind of new beginnings, we're just stopped on. The feeling of, and then Aries energy here, the feeling of security, of moving forward, of passion, of action, all of those things, you're just not having it right now, Pisces. If you hear the cat, that's Paco in the background saying hi. I feel like you have the potential, you've got lots of people knocking on your door, and you're just not having it. Now, let me see if I can get one more card for why Pisces is just not having it right now in the present. The Strength card in reverse. You're just not feeling full power, okay? You're not feeling fully yourself. Now, the Strength card is Leo, and the thing about Leo, and that even that energy of the Strength, is that it's having the full enjoyment of the self, right? It's about really being languid and enjoying life. in a sometimes, it doesn't have to be a mature way. You know, it's a childlike sense of wonder. It's a playful card. And I think you're just not there. You're just not playing. I know that you see the potential. This is a part of you that's natural to feel playful, to feel positive, to feel flirtatious. But just right now, we're just not there. And I think it's really you taking care of you, you really pulling back and realizing it's all about you, the number one, right? Taking care of you in this emotional way. Now, let's see. I'm wondering if, you know, this Hierophant and the Libra, the Justice card getting turned upside down, if there was that legal situation or something very traditional that didn't pan out. It could have been a marriage. It could have been something that large, like a marriage ended, and there was a lot of grief from the past, and you're just, you know, not open right now. Let's see what's in the near future for Pisces, though. I want to see, because this is love month, we always want to see that. Look, oh, we could get this. 10 of Pentacles. So a new stable enjoyment of home, family, security is promised to you in the future. 6 of Chalices. Now, 6 of the Cups. This could be that you have this nostalgic feeling for it, that you're looking back upon your childhood. It could be that it's somebody from your childhood that you could have this connection with, or it could be this connection from the very get-go coming back through, okay? It could be that whatever this grief, this loss, whatever created it in the past, that's coming back in the near future to perhaps change this energy. Maybe even it's, you know, maybe it's just an explanation, okay? It is in the upright, so it's not like it's going to throw anything off for you. I think it's supporting your journey. You have the 4 of Cups. Now, whatever this offer is, it's not gonna feel like it's enough for you, okay? You're not gonna, it's still disappointing, okay? So if this person from the past comes back, this person that you felt grief from, or the situation, if it was a legal situation or whatnot, it may come back and you're going to say, nope, nope, I'm taking care of me. Whoops, taking care of me. Now, if this is just reflecting upon the past, you can be reflecting in a way that is, it might be self-indulgent, like it might be too much. You might need to bring yourself back into the present. Even though I'm talking about the future, but just keep in mind that if it's not an actual person coming back to explain or apologize or to make amends in your life to bring you, you know, this 10 of Pentacles, because nobody's going to bring it to you. You have to be open to it and allow it for yourself. I feel like it's possible that it might just be you. Hey, Paco. It might just be you going over and over it again and really wanting to have this answer, really wanting to know what the hell that was all about. And it might be that you're allowing that disappointment to linger a little long, okay? So just be mindful, Paco, just be mindful that you might need to let that go, okay? We also have the King of Chalices, the King of Water. So we've got water sign here in the future for you. Now, water signs, Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio. What I love about Kings of the Feminine, like water is a feminine sign, is that there's some balance there, okay? So he is emotionally mature. He is emotionally available even. So I feel like it's possible that in the future there could be a new amazing relationship with somebody who you might have met before, who is a water sign, who wants to bring a new balance to you and a new emotional connection that feels secure and beautiful. And the only thing that's kind of throwing it off right now is that you might be in a more reflective place. You might still be trying to lick your wounds, take care of you, but Pisces, do be open, okay? Do be open if a new water sign comes in, because it's important to see what presents are being presented to us, right? Sometimes we call things in without realizing it, and it can be the best choice that we've made if we say yes, Okay? Now, I don't want to take away from you taking care of you and realizing that the power of emotional sanctity and fulfillment is really within you, because it absolutely is. But it feels good to be in partnership too. Okay? So while it may not have felt that way in the past, in the future, with perhaps a new water sign, it could. Okay? It could. Let's see what else we've got. We've got the stars. It could be something that's very much what you've dreamed of. It could be something that is seen. Maybe it's a very public connection that you have. Maybe you meet in public, or that your friends set you up, type of thing. It could be something that that's your community oriented. And then we have the 8 of Wands, and it is in reverse, so it means that it's a slow movement forward. Okay, so it might not be something that will happen right away in its passion, but it is coming. It's just coming a little slower than perhaps and it's going to be right at the right time for you, because you're taking care of you right now. And then we have the 9 of Wands. So again, you're going to be honest with all the stuff that you've been through. You're going to state, look, I've been through the ringer, right? My heart was hurt in the past. Presently you're feeling like you just don't want to say yes to all these choices. You've got multiple choices around you, but in the future there's going to be somebody who's going to stand out, and they are going to be connected to this feeling of nostalgia or childhood, something coming back around. And I'm hoping it's a new person, because reliving the past is not always what we want to do, but this is something that is destined, that's blessed for you, that's something that you've been dreaming of. So maybe it was somebody in your childhood that you didn't quite move forward with, but that you dreamed that you would have. Okay, so that person could be coming through for you. Now it is happening, it's unfolding, it's just unfolding in a natural course. It's not going to happen super fast. It's not going to happen if you try to make it. And I think what's beautiful is that you're not in the energy to try to make anything happen right now. You are really feeling the richness of your own heart and your ability to love yourself. And when you make yourself known, what I mean by that is being vulnerable to this new person in the future, and explaining, showing them all of what you've been through, the battle scars, the war wounds, all of that. That's what 9 of Wands is really about. It's that you've survived this whole long, passionate, active struggle, right? You've gotten to the end of it, and now you're here, vulnerable and open. And I think that's what's beautiful here, Pisces, is that your near future, you're stepping forward in vulnerability, which is what brings people in to love you for your wounds and for your sores and the spots that it's really hard to love ourselves. And so while you're working on loving yourself, be open to somebody else loving parts of you that have been hard to love yourself. Okay, Pisces? So if this is resonating for you, please let me know. I'd love to hear more. And leave me a comment. If you want to get a personal reading, that information is in the box below. And for now, I'm going to send you all of my love.